Hey, welcome to Caroline and Rashi. We have a surprise guest, meteorologist John Dawson in the house, everybody.
Filling the role of Rashi.
Yay!
I will try my best. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it work in this chair.
Have you ever filled in before?
No, I've never been in this chair. I've never.
Wow.
Normally, they don't let me even sit in the chairs of any kind. We used to have a sofa here, and they literally said, you may not sit on that sofa. No, they really did.
Well, usually you guys see JD over in his little weather corner because you used to do weather right after the show.
Right.
Now things are changing.
Well, no, it's got to be Texas Live and Local.
So you are on weather.
Well, I do Texas Live and Local weather. Today I'm doing the PM. I have a story about Tropical Storm Allison on there, so they kind of have me kind of work over there a little bit.
Well, JD informed me today that it is the 24. It's been 24 years.
24 years, 2001.
Hit. And I think whenever people maybe who aren't from Houston, or maybe they're new to Houston hear tropical storm, they're maybe thinking it's not as bad as a hurricane.
Totally. But
from what I've seen, that was not the case with Allison.
Yeah, no. Well, first of all, just that idea that a tropical storm is not as bad as a hurricane, this is going to have to do with Pittsburgh, isn't it?
It sure is.
I saw something on social media.
Was it on my story?
Is that how we're transitioning from my 20 plus years here to Aaron Rodgers? Let's do it. Let's run with it.
It sure is.
I like it.
While Aaron Rodgers hasn't been around in the NFL as long as you've been around here at Fox 26, he is now going to be entering his 21st season in the NFL.
Wow.
He's a 20-year veteran of the NFL going into his 21st season as a Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, Aaron Rodgers is a legendary quarterback when he was playing for
Green Bay.
I was going to say the Cheesehead team.
Right, that is the team.
Cheesehead team.
That is the team.
And that's still in my brain where Aaron Rodgers is. You know, I mean, I know that he went to New York. So anyway, had a rough time there. His Netflix documentary comes out. Did you watch it?
I did not watch his Netflix.
It's called Enigma.
Okay. He has some interesting off the field sort of persona.
His persona and his habits and what he's into would fit really well maybe in San Francisco, maybe in Miami, okay?
Oh, wait. Are we hearing a Pittsburgh fan already unsure if you want the Aaron Rodgers?
Look, in Pittsburgh, the fans, we are steelworkers, blue collar, drinking beer, eating permani sandwiches and pierogies. Like, we're not going to ayahuasca ceremonies. We're not living this life that he lives. Ben Roethlisberger, our legacy quarterback.
Oh, Ben.
And I say our
Big Ben.
Yeah, Big Ben. Perfect fit.
Yeah.
Right? You could look at Ben and be like, that is Pittsburgh. And I think that CJ Stroud is a great fit for the Texans. I think that he embodies what our city kind of stands for. Not so sold on Aaron Rodgers.
Wow, that's interesting. Already coming out strong with the not really needing that.
LA, maybe that might fly in LA.
Now let me say this, and that's before we found out about all the off-field stuff.
Yeah,
right.
One unsettling thing for me, and nobody knows the depths of why this would be something that has happened in his life, but he doesn't have communication with his family. That's weird to me.
That is unusual, for sure.
Again, there's no way for outsiders to know what really went on there.
No.
So I can't judge, but I just am like, that's interesting.
It's kind of what we'd call a red flag, though, right?
It's a little bit of a red flag for me.
You're kind of like, okay.
So furthermore, I think this is part of, I'm not a sports analyst or anything. This is based off people that I'm friends with in Pittsburgh. I'm friends with some of the sports anchors down there.
Oh, you know the town.
I know people, okay? And I know people who are friends with some pretty high up people, like the Rooneys. Not even lying. Or like the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette sports writers,
totally.
Okay? I was just recently back in Pittsburgh. And
I know. I see you there all the time.
My sources explained this to me is that basically Pittsburgh has been making different trades and getting rid of some pretty awesome players in exchange for better draft picks next season. So I think this is part of the larger plan. I think they want to just get by with Aaron Rodgers kind of as that legacy leader. And then we brought back Mason Rudolph. And then it's a 1-year contract, by the way, with Aaron Rodgers. And then
just 1 year. Wow. Okay.
I mean, that's really all he has left. I mean, come on. He's not Tom Brady. He's good. He's really good, but he's not Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
He's not Tom Brady. He's trying to be, but I don't think he is. So, I mean, I hope he does really well. That would be amazing. But I think they just want to get by for this season and then maybe up their draft pick and get a really solid legacy quarterback in the house.
I hear
Remember,
what
we
you're
had
saying.
Russell Wilson last year.
Right, and he's moved on, right?
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying. Just need a
Because Aaron Rodgers is not only a professional athlete, he's a celebrity, you know?
Totally.
He's a household name kind of a quarterback
think
guy.
pretty
so
much, yeah.
I was just like, this is, I need to vent. So I put it in.
I'm so glad that you vented while I was here.
I know.
Listen, Rashi's wonderful, but I'm not sure.
Needed you for this one.
Again,
I've adopted the Texans. I know you're a longtime Texans fan.
I live in here in Houston.
Yeah.
I'm biggest bandwagon fan, just like the rest of the city.
Thank you for admitting it. Thank you. I'm on the bandwagon.
That's how we do it here in Houston. It's everything.
I'm already planning the games I'm going to go to.
My son and I were looking at the calendar
Yep.
as well. Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun once you get in there.
I think there's a Monday night.
49ers are coming in, and those tickets are really expensive, but we're already like, okay, we got to lock those in, you know?
Yeah,
so
totally.
Texans are great. But anyway, we'll have much more with JD when we come back. I thought we were going to start with the South.
I was ready.
Can we roll the clip?
Long time too, though. They did that last time.
It's very strategic and it builds the hype. Okay, so what do you think?
I am. My wife and I had a conversation about this at lunch today. We were totally
you?
talking about the movie, and she had.
Okay.
Elphaba is supposed to have a little more of an edgy look.
Alphaba, yeah.
Have you seen in the trailer? Did you recognize that she
go
looked
back
a little bit?
and really watch it
trailer.
because there's so many details that you're going to catch when you sit down with your phone and actually watch the trailer. Because I watched the whole thing today very intensely.
I'll watch it on a desktop computer. I'm a little old school, but
there you
yes,
go
ahead.
And so. Basically, I've seen the play actually here in Houston when it came, and it was amazing. Now, when those traveling Broadway plays come, you don't have the live orchestra, but it was still amazing.
Oh, yeah, and so don't tell me any of the spoilers then.
No, I won't. But the movie, I never read the book, right?
Oh, no, when they're available, we'll be there.
So,
yeah.
I am here for it.
And with plenty of Kleenex, for sure. No good deed. There's
me.
Well,
I knew that I was familiar with the first movie, those songs.
Right.
So I'm excited to.
Yeah, no, there's some big songs in the second one, and
Okay.
I'm ready.
We're ready. We're ready. All right, we'll be right back. I'm so interested to hear from our interns, some of who are 21 years old, about this story.
The next one, right?
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's why I'm here.
Yes. So. Getting drinks after work may actually be going out of fashion. A law student is going viral for his take on after work happy hours. He says it would be a little bit uncomfortable if we invited interns out for coffee. I get that.
Totally. There are rules between interns and the employees that need to be established.
Like every time I'm with Rashi and Coco outside of work, cocktails are definitely involved.
Yeah, no, I hear you. No, I mean, but again, there's social things that I think are appropriate.
Yeah.
And that happened, and I have a book club that I've had some coworkers out to, so that I don't remember having any beverages necessarily there. But
what about cocktail hour or happy hour in general, interns? Is that not cool anymore, or is it cool?
I think it's cool.
Okay. They're giving us that it's cool. Okay.
Yeah, I think for this isolated research done by the law student, I'm not sure
my
that
thing
was.
was like, okay, is this law student just really cringe to be around because nobody wants to go get drinks with him? So I'm like, what's going on there? So maybe it's a him problem. Also, we're talking law students. Nothing against law students, but maybe they have to go study.
I think you've pretty much thrown the law students under the bus, pretty much. I think at this point, no drinks, no fun, you're out.
Well, in my opinion, I would think that law students would be gung-ho to go grab a drink after class because law school sounds torture.
Totally. When you study hard, you ought to play hard a little bit too, right?
That's what I think.
And again, I get the social component to it, but I don't think that.
Okay, we're talking classmates here. We are not talking associates or people who work at your firm. Classmates? Isn't that who you're supposed to hang out with?
Totally. College life.
Right? Post-grad life. Who else are you supposed to hang out with?
I think that's what
we used to go after we would do our TV news club in college. So we would do a newscast.
Yep.
It was on a Thursday night, and then we would everybody who was 21, or you could be under 21, you just couldn't drink, would head to this local spot, and you would get drinks, get food.
And even if you're over 21,
it's really out of style is if people are pressuring you to drink alcohol. Like, no one cares. No one's ever pressured me to have a drink. Anytime I've been like, I'm not drinking today, or I'm on a break from alcohol. It's like, okay, whatever.
I totally get that.
I get like
agree.
a mocktail or normally a Diet Coke or something, but You don't always have to drink. If anybody, that's what's out of style, is if anyone's like, oh, come on, bro, have a drink. Like,
you just went like frat on me, didn't you? Just like right here.
Oh, I think my microphone just fell.
Hey, we'll just talk louder. It'll all be.
I found
Oh,
it.
nope. Yep. It did.
It fell. I got really aggressive with that. But that's okay because JD, gosh, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm just going to leave it here.
Yeah.
That's really all the time we have because JD has to get to.
I got to get to the other studio, but man,
studio.
this has been fun. I hope I've met the criteria to get a invite back for round 2.
This has
been
fun,
fantastic.
JD.
But you have really put together a fantastic show that I've felt very at home with. So this was very
glad.
great. Because I'll be honest, if you'd have brought up the Kardashians, I'd have just been like,
No,
I don't know.
I know, and
I don't know what we're talking about.
As soon as
certain things I don't know about.
I had to go in his office. I was like, you want to fill it? Or I kind of asked in a way that you were like, are you asking me to fill it? I'm like, yes.
I'm in.
And he said yes. So I was able to put together a show, which I thought you would like some of these topics. So
fantastic.
Thank you so much,
selection,
JD. This was
sure.
so fun. And thank you all for watching Caroline and Rashi. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Goodbye, friends.
Yes, you know. Like today, I sure would like to be poolside with a nice margarita in my hand, JD.
Yeah, no, some water for sure and a cool beverage.
Water.
Yeah.
Electrolytes.
Well, I was saying water for the pool. Whatever you want to drink, I'm okay with for sure. Just make sure there's some ice in it. I think that's the key for sure. Yeah, looking outside, look at that.
Ooh, what is that?
Always fun when we get some planes kind of flying through. Are those? I can't identify those.
Are they military or are they regular commercial jets?
It's a little unusual to have that kind of moving through the screen like that.
That's something. I've never seen something like that.
Maybe we should just stop and admire that for a little bit longer. Oh, it's hard to see on the camera. You can't really make that out.
They're moving.
Yeah, we certainly looks like I can't even really make out. They're a little bit far off there in the haze, that kind of working their way through. But overall, here's the big deal right here. You said we were out early. You were working out a little bit outside. Look, those feels like temperatures are anywhere from 7 to 10 degrees warmer than what the thermometers are reading. And that's because of all that humidity.
It makes my 3-mile walk feel like a 6-mile walk.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh my goodness.
So you can add on a little bit more.
It's just you're sweaty. It's harder to breathe.
You need to tell your iPhone to add a few more steps on there, right? So they can kind of keep up with it. So that heavy downpour we were watching at the beginning of the newscast, it's already over. This is kind of that typical pattern that we find. There was one just to the north of Pearland. We're also watching a little bit over in the Galena Park area. We got one little blip left here in Liberty County that's still happening. But again, with the loss of the daytime heating, we'll lose our showers and storms that are also kind of moving through. So this high pressure is what's been giving us the relatively rain-free sort of scenario. This is going to shift way over to our west, and that sets us up. These kind of storms that we've been seeing today, they're going to be moving down into southeast Texas. That's for next week.
Okay.
So plan for some rain next week. This is what we've got coming this weekend.
That looks like a mess.
It is. It's a lot of dust is what it is, and it's that Saharan dust from across Africa over across the Atlantic, and you can see it's really going to be invading us here in southeast Texas over the weekend. And our futurecast, with that loss of the daytime heating, we lose the showers and storms today. Another muggy morning. If you're out for your 6 or 7 mile walk tomorrow morning, be ready. It's going to be waiting for you. I did the yard work this morning, so I get tomorrow off. I'm going to be doing some indoor cardio.
I will be walking. So.
And then we'll look for an even hotter day tomorrow. And as we talked about heading into the weekend, watch these temperatures popping up here on the weekend. But the temperatures drop into next week. We like these temperatures, right? But it's the showers and the storms that we're looking for. So be ready for that.
All right, JD, thank you. We'll be right back. Of Greater Houston is teaching children water safety skills. A $30,000 donation from Reliant is helping the group give critical water safety instruction to 400 kids. Fox 26's photojournalist Arlene Janik Ferris shows us all about it. What a great program there. Well, here's a look at what's coming up on The News Edge at 6. President Donald Trump once again topic, and we will be reading your comments live. Anthony Antoine's taking a deeper dive into those stories. I'm Caroline Collins. Thanks for watching the news at 5. The News Edge Early Edition at 6 starts now.